Man, while we getting this link out, man, thank y'all for all the love and support y'all been showing on the pod, man. See, Sharon, you weren't here the last 2 weeks. You was on vacation or something. We had some guys that was constant viewers in there, man. I'm gonna see if he popped back
Yeah.
through
Word. Appreciate the love.
for sure. Hey, before you go though, Sharon, what you thought about our power rankings though, man? Preseason Jones.
I got something to say about that too when you get done. I ain't gonna lie.
Hey man, I had some very heavy-handed disagreements on them. You know what I'm saying? I was very critical about where y'all had the Steelers, but I don't know. After Sunday,
I
might
mean,
be eating some crow there. We'll see.
I don't know, man. The one that I really was shocked about, man, I did not think that. I knew the Panthers was gonna be bad, but goodness
Oh
gracious,
yeah, they come back.
God, dog, that bad, bro. Y'all can
Oh
do better
yeah.
than that.
Nah, I don't know what they did to the Saints though. The Saints don't never play like that.
I don't know, bro. I don't think it's gonna last, bro. I'm not a big Derek Carr type of fan
Oh no,
myself.
no, no. They might lose next game.
Oh, for sure. But man, welcome back, welcome back to another episode of The Lounge, man. I'm your host, Mr. J. We rocking the throwback rounds joint today. We got my boy, Mr. James Harris over here, from the 70s, long sleeves. But I'm the lounge heavyweight champion. I'm back here. And joining me as always, we got the guys, man. Starting up first, we got the man, the myth, the legend, Mr. Sherm Quan Barkley today. How you doing today, Sherm?
Man, I'm good, bro. I put that B2A on J Doe in fantasy football. I'm feeling amazing,
Ah,
man.
Yikes. All right, man. Well, coming below me, man, we got the 11-time kickball champ himself, Mr. Lucius Left Foot. How you feeling, dog?
man.
He
I'm
might
feeling
be pissed.
confused about my. We'll get to it. We'll get to it. We'll get to it.
And like always, last but certainly not least, the most annoying Bears fan I know. We got my boy, Mr. J. What's going on with you, J?
Man, I'm good. I'm good. Good to be back, man.
Oh yeah. But man, we gonna hop right into it, man. We got a lot of NFL news and stuff to start with y'all. Now, first, let's start with our week one discussion. So let's see, who do you think had the most impressive win this week out of anybody in the NFL? Whose win just stuck out that much for y'all? I was like, I'm willing to start off too, because I got one that just I ain't gonna
Yeah,
say it shocked
low
me.
key, you can
Go
start
ahead,
off.
go ahead.
The Lions win shocked me. It stood out to me strictly
Okay.
because first Sunday night football, is Stafford coming back to Detroit. I think the thing that shocked me the most about this game was I did not expect Jared Goff to play this bad, but for Jared Goff's second half to be as bad as it was, and for them to still come out and win and just kick the Rams in the teeth in overtime, ran 11 straight
And
plays
then do
running
nothing
it,
with it.
toting. But I think what impressed me even more about this was one, Jameson Williams, phenomenal. You did it without your best wide receiver having a great game. And Amon Ra only had three receptions, 13 yards.
Yeah, not too bad.
And Aiden Hutchinson, we knew he was a guy, but Aiden Hutchinson is a guy. That's all I can say. Disruptive. He's getting back there, rushing the passer. And man, I think he really made, it's hard to say, but I think he really made Matthew Stafford uncomfortable in the pocket, bro. And it's hard to do that with certain veteran QBs because we know what Matthew Stafford about. We know his pedigree.
Mhm.
That's a gunslinger.
For sure.
And also got to shout out Cooper Cup because Cooper Cup, I think he beat all the wash allegations.
Dog. Listen, man, I liked, I liked how the Lions performed on Sunday. The biggest thing for me, they found a way to win the game. And that's what we need to see from them. If we want to take them seriously as contenders, those are the type of games that you're going to have to grind out and win. The Rams clearly had a defensive strategy. They wanted to take away the middle of the field. That's why you didn't see Amon Ra and Sam Laporta get off. And I think that's kind of why Goff struggled a little bit. But
Mm-hmm.
I will say that game kind of concerned me if I'm a Lions fan, okay? Because I don't think they solved their secondary problem at all. They bring in a couple rookies, and those rookies got torched. Let's be honest. We know what they have up
I'm
front.
willing to agree with you on that, Sharon.
We know what they have up front with Aiden Hutchinson, Anzalone. He's a dog. They bring in Marcus Davenport from the Saints in the offseason. So up front, they're pretty good. But in the secondary, I still think they're going to be susceptible to you look around the NFC. You got the 49ers with Ayuk and Debo. You know what I'm saying? I think they're going to be in trouble come playoff time if they don't fix that.
Mm-hmm. Well, Sharon, since you already here, what game do you think? Well, Jado, Rico, how was that game to y'all?
To be fair, I ain't gonna lie. The secondary did surprise me in a bad way. But I feel like overall the Lions they got something they can work with though. Overall, the whole team they got something to work with. So.
Jado, what you think?
Me personally, I'm leaning more towards the Rams. The Rams, like, they really showed me something, especially since Puka didn't play the rest of that game. For them to go out there for Cooper Cup, Stafford to go out there, they was down, and for them to be able to come back and then go down and tie it, for them to go into overtime, that just showed me they still a good team. They still can compete with everybody, especially as good of a team as the Lions with the run they did last year. So that's what I thought about it.
It's gonna be tough for them Rams, man. You see how decimated their offensive line is, bro. They got like 5 offensive linemen out right now. Puka's out, so it's gonna be tough, especially Matt Stafford. He's an older QB. It's gonna be tough, but like Jado said, he was hooping on Sunday night. You know what I'm saying? He had a good performance out there. He showed that he's still one of the best quarterbacks in the league for sure.
He only had one play to me that was a little iffy, is when he threw that interception where it looked like the Lions player was hiding in the blue. So to speak. But nah, that's it. All right, Sharon, talk to me. What's a game that really impressed you from this week?
Well, man, I gotta say, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, man, the team down the road from me, they kind of impressed me. Now, listen, they played Washington. Let's be fair, they played Washington.
Win is a win.
They had a cheese defense, right? But a lot of people, I feel like preseason were writing off Tampa a little bit, saying that they wouldn't be able to repeat what they did last year, especially because they lost their offensive coordinator. But I think the new OC that they brought in, it's the same thing. The ship's still rolling, right? Baker Mayfield, he's still playing just as well as he did last year. They have those 2 elite wide receivers. Chris Godwin looks a lot better. Again, the Washington defense, they might just be cheese. You never know. We'll see how they perform. They're playing the Lions this week, so we'll see. That's going to be a real test. But the biggest thing for the Bucs, man, they got to figure out that running game, right? They're not going to win many games, and they're not going to go far if they don't figure out that running game, because, man, it looked pretty shaky, man.
You right about that one?
I'm going to be honest. I was one of them that picked them to win the division, so I'm glad that Baker was able to show up and show out essentially. And hey, man, Mike Evans, that's all I can say. Mike Evans,
dog, bro.
Mike Evans, that's all I can say.
Mike Evans,
1,000 yards every year.
He's a future Hall of Famer.
He is. He should be. Super Bowl ring, over 10,000 yards. Ain't no telling how many straight 1,000-yard seasons. He's a guy. What y'all think about this game, man? If y'all have any thoughts, if not, we can keep it moving.
The Bucs, they did what I thought they were going to do. To be honest with you,
pretty much.
Except for the running game, that's something they do gotta. Yeah, they do gotta get back in the lab with that one.
I will say this though: salute to Jaden Daniels. He didn't of course, he didn't win the game, but for all intents and purposes, he didn't play a horrible game.
He didn't look bad.
Yeah, he had a decent performance, for a rookie quarterback. A couple fumbles there, a couple turnovers. I still feel like, he relies on his legs a little too much. And I want to see a little bit more from him from a passing perspective, because that's where your bread and butter going to come from at the end of the day. You know what I'm saying? But I feel like he bailed out a little, which it's fine. He's a dynamic runner. He's a great athlete with his legs, but if he wants to make some name for himself in this league, he'll have to figure out the pass a little bit more, stay in that pocket, and not just panic or bail out at the first sight of danger.
Yeah, I feel like that's gonna come with time though.
For sure, for
He
sure.
gonna learn how to read NFL coverages better. And
And he's
sure.
playing in Washington, so two good things can happen back to back.
I will say he looked a lot better than I expected him to. So shout out to the kid, man.
J-Do, Fed, which one of y'all want to do it?
Oh, I ain't gonna lie. Easily for me, it's the Patriots. No cap. And I expect them to be competitive in that game, but I did not expect them to win. I'm not even gonna lie to you. Did not expect that. They showed me a little something, but it's still game one though. I can't do too much.
Yeah.
With me never being a Joe Shiesty fan, I don't know why this surprised you all.
But you more of a hater. That's different.
Exactly.
That's not just not liking them. You know what I'm saying?
How am I a hater? I'm not a hater.
Yeah.
I've just never been convinced of that. I've just never been convinced to Joe Burrow's talents against fully healthy, fully great teams.
Joe Burrow good, bro.
I think he's good, yes, but I don't think it's certain conversations we keep putting him in that I don't like that they keep putting him in.
No,
listen.
nah.
When it comes down to the Bengals, man, in that game, I kind of expected it coming in. There was just a lot of noise around the Bengals this week. You know, with T. Higgins going out in injury last minute, Jamar Chase, his contract situation, he been practicing. And if you actually watch the game pretty closely, the Bengals had two opportunities to really take the game away, and they just couldn't hold on to the football. So at the end of the day, it's a bad loss, but I'm not really concerned. Mind you, I picked them to make the Super Bowl this year, so obviously I am concerned a little bit about this loss, but I don't think they look that bad. I think it's fixable. But they're gonna have a pretty tough challenge coming up. So with the Chiefs in a couple weeks, so we're gonna see.
Honestly,
They got a pretty tough schedule overall, so they're gonna have to get together.
Honestly, I think they'd be straight. I feel like the whole reasoning of them losing, for real, like you were saying, Jamar Chase wasn't practicing. It was just a lot of noise with that. If they would have got that together before the season started and everybody was, on the same page and training camp and all of that, they would have been straight. But I feel like the start of the season is definitely going to be rough for them. But once it gets to that midway point and on from there, they're going to be straight.
I don't know if you got to the middle of the season to get it together, though.
But remember, they always start seasons off slow. You know what I'm saying? They always start a season off slow. So I ain't even
a Super Bowl run,
yeah. So,
but this upcoming schedule is pretty favorable for it. They should have been They should have got no less than 3 wins in September, in my opinion, because they have a very easy September. They had Patriots. Yeah, you play the Chiefs this week, but then you play the Commanders and the Panthers.
Yeah.
And
looking at
2-2.
They looking at maybe 2-2 right there.
So is it crazy to say that if they play like they did yesterday, that a team who's actually competent a little bit, like a Commanders, may be able to steal one?
Maybe Commanders.
I don't got the Panthers stealing nothing.
I got to see how Jaden progresses in the next couple weeks.
All right, Jado, what's a game that really impressed you this week?
We already know what Jado finna say, man.
I'm gonna be honest. I'm not gonna say the Bears.
What? No Bear down?
I'm only not gonna say it because the offense didn't.
That game, that's my unimpressive game, by the way.
Because the offense did, like I said, offense didn't do what it was supposed to do. But at the end of the day, the defense did exactly what I thought the defense was gonna do. Jalen Johnson gonna go out there.
It's Will Levis, by the way. Let's not be too confident. It's Will Levis, by the way.
Hey man. Jalen Johnson went out there, did what he was gonna do, and you seen they made him frustrated. We were down. I think we were down the whole half. We came back, won it 24-18.
17.
Scored 17,
24-17. So, and that was all off of defense, straight defense. I'm not even worried about the Bears for real. I think everybody, because to me the whole everybody wasn't playing good. It wasn't just Caleb.
Y'all got ran all over, by the way.
Yeah, I think it was nerves for the most part. First game together. So get that straight. We'll be decent. I don't know about this week though. We played the Texans. So.
It's tough, man, because I think what's the name? Odunze, he's out with an injury, knee injury. And then Keenan Allen, they say he's banged up too. So we're gonna see, Cole Kmet. It's Cole Kmet time.
Hey man.
Hopefully he finally gets some targets, man. I feel like I'm the biggest Cole Kmet fan.
Yeah,
but he never gets targets.
Gotta
bro.
be.
He never get targets, bro. But he'll actual team.
Jado, was that the game that impressed you? Or you just...
No. To me, as much as I don't like this team, I'm gonna say the Cowboys. Cowboys went out there and whooped on them boys. Dak
I
did
don't
what he was gonna
understand.
do.
I don't understand why the Cowboys surprise y'all anymore. Though they're always good in the regular season.
How about them boys?
Hey man,
Deshaun Watson worried about the wrong touchdown right now.
Okay.
But how y'all feel about the Dak Prescott contract? They just signed him to.
You got to win now. I'm gonna be honest.
Yeah.
And to me, Dallas shouldn't be that, but Dallas shouldn't be upset because you can't talk crazy about Dak, because one thing we know about Dak is gonna be productive, especially regular season. He's gonna be productive. He's gonna get you that. Now, whether he can cross that finish line is a whole nother story. But for Dallas fans, I don't want to hear nothing, Dallas, because y'all had Tony Romo for years. And Tony Romo had arguably a better offense than Dak has right now, when he had Terrell Owens, when he had Jason Witten, when he had DeMarco Murray, Marion Barber? I'm forgetting the running back. But just know, I don't want to hear nothing, Cowboys fans. Y'all can't talk about Dak, because Dak not dealing with too much worse of weapons, but he's for sure got worse weapons and still has made it just as far, if not further. So I like the contract, because the thing is, it's smart, because you're not gonna suck this year, and that's your problem. If you knew you were gonna suck this year, then it don't make sense to re-sign him or whatever. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You're not gonna suck. You dang near guaranteed almost 10 wins just off the strength of your defense alone. So I understand. I respect them re-signing them, because what you gonna do? Go tank and then be like, no offense to the Falcons, but then draft a quarterback in the middle of the end of the first round that you still can't play right away? I'm just being honest. You're not gonna be able to play him right away.
Man, I always go back and forth on Dak. Some games I think he's an amazing quarterback. Other games I just don't see it with him. At the end of the day, though, I feel like he's never been the reason why they've lost in the playoffs.
Nope.
Never been the number 1 or 2 reason. He's probably been 3 or 4, but never 1 or 2.
I think it's one game he was pretty bad, but other than that, I get what you're saying.
I think at the end of the day, it's always their defense can't come up with stops. Yeah, and then you look at the teams they losing to. They normally lose to the 49ers. That's okay.
The Packers.
The Packers last year, that was embarrassing. But again, I'm looking at the defense. They ain't show up. You know what I mean? So it's a lot of money for Dak, and then they paid CeeDee, and then they paid Micah. You know, so we don't see one this year. Next year it's going to be okay, but in the future, that money going to add up. So it's time to bring a championship home, man.
That's real.
Yeah.
Trying to make it past the second round.
For sure. Now let's hop into I'm glad that's kind of a good segue into some true or false questions for you all. So my first one, true or false, is Anthony Richard. Well, I'm sorry, true or false, Anthony Richard is the real deal.
Real deal as far as what?
You see the comparisons. You see do you think he's the answer?
The answer to what? Am I trying
for
to
the
win
Colts?
a Super Bowl?
Do you think that he can develop into that guy that can win you a Super Bowl?
I'm gonna say true.
I'm gonna say false.
I'll go false.
I'm so stuck on the fence, because my thing about Anthony Richardson is he only has one gear, and that's throw the ball hard. I'm gonna be honest. And I love it. It looks good, but he only has one gear, and that's throw the ball hard.
Dude, he completed 9 passes on Sunday. I think like 5 of them were like 30 yards or more. You know what I mean? He has no touch in terms of intermediate throws, middle of the field throws.
Can't layer it.
What he does with his deep ball and what he does with his legs, that's a fascinating asset. If they can develop his touch, he's going to be an amazing quarterback, but I have doubts that he's going to develop that. So when you talk about winning a Super Bowl, false. If you're talking about he can lead us to a playoff, a wild card exit, okay, maybe. We can have that discussion.
Okay. So everybody else got their opinion. True or false? if they do not succeed this year, this is Trevor Lawrence's last go round with the Jacksonville Jaguars.
Man, that's false, bro. They just paid him. They just paid the man.
Yeah, they just made it. Come on, false.
I don't know, man. I don't know. It's so I'm just I'll
tell you,
redo that whole team before they get rid of him.
Hey, I'll tell you, number one QB who's going to be out.
Who?
Bryce Young.
Oh yeah.
Come on, bro. We talk about that later. That's a later thing. That is a later thing.
But not Trevor Lawrence, bro. The Jaguars didn't even play that bad, bro.
No. I'm not. I'm just talking about in general. Like it's not even because they lost. I don't blame him for their loss. Yeah. It's just what we thought Trevor Lawrence was supposed to be.
Nah, I think the organization is still very, very high on Trevor Lawrence. I don't know. He's not bad. He's not elite either, but he's decent. You know, I feel the same way that the Cowboys feel about Dak. I think that's the same way Jacksonville feels about Trevor. Like he's good enough to win us games. You know.
Yeah, something like that.
So, true or false? Josh Allen will win an MVP award this season.
False.
False. Yeah, I'm gonna go false.
Who is our MVP?
Patty Mahomes.
Ooh, that's a loaded question right there. Let me see.
It's either gonna go Pat or probably.
I could see Josh getting a decent bid.
Why y'all don't think Josh Allen gonna win it, bro? You saw what he did.
I could see Josh getting a decent bid because what else do they have outside of Josh Allen?
James Cook.
Listen, you think about what it takes to win. This is a James Cook, bro. Get off the right. You think about what it takes to win MVP, bro. Number one, you have to win your division, which Buffalo could very well do.
Yeah.
Number two, you have to lead your team in touchdowns, which he had 2 rushing and 2 passing touchdowns on Sunday.
Okay.
And then number 3, you have to have the narrative component, which he does. Everybody already thinks he's an upper echelon player in the league. He hasn't won it in the past. I feel like this is his year. He's putting everything together. And then people are going to look around. Oh, he has no help. They traded Stephon Diggs. They got rid of Gabe Davis. He has a rookie receiver and James Cook. You know what I mean? I think the same way they be glazing on Mahomes, the same way they be glazing on Lamar, I think it's Josh Allen's year, man.
Hold on 1 second. Keep it going. Let me go open the door.
It's hard to say though. Like I feel like, yeah, he don't. It's not real options out there. I give you that. It's not much around him. They didn't replace Stephon Diggs either. I don't know what they think they're doing, but they didn't.
Keon Coleman looked pretty good though.
Like I'm with him. He just, he still got to develop a little bit, but he looked good.
Yeah. So granted, it's early. You know what I'm saying? Just one game. You don't want to get too high, too low. But I think Josh Allen, man, he's a beast out there. He looked a lot better. I mean, Mahomes, that's going to be a good shout. Actually, I wouldn't be surprised, but I feel like Mahomes, he already won what 2, 3 MVPs. They ain't finna give him another one.
Well, the thing with Josh Allen, I see it every year when they come to around that time. They always just talk about his interceptions. That's all they do every time.
And turnovers. That's gonna be a big thing that keeps him out for sure.
Yeah, but if it's he had none yesterday.
He's hell of a talent though. Like I gotta give it to him.
Well, let's say Tyreek Evans. Not Evans. Tyreek Hill.
If he's not getting MVP.
if he had the same or even a better season as last year, you don't think he'd go after it?
No.
He was pretty high.
Quarterback, bro. They only give it to quarterbacks, bro.
That's true. He was in that race though last year.
That's a quarterback award though.
They only give it to quarterbacks. Mind you, Tyreek need to stay out them handcuffs first before we talk about MVP.
Now let's be honest, that Tyreek thing was kind of
wild. A little ego trip-ish, but it's all good.
It wasn't ego trip. Tyreek didn't do nothing illegal.
I'm not talking about
he ain't do nothing illegal, but don't act like he ain't do nothing wrong.
I didn't say that either, but them cops, they was tweaking now. The whole knee in the back, they wild.
Hey, the cops was tweaking. I ain't gonna lie, they was tweaking.
Now, since we're talking about it, our last one is this Bryce Young's last season as QB1 for the Panthers.
Very well.
I hope not.
Yeah, I hope not either though.
Because he's not the only problem that they have.
That team was horrible before he got there.
Yeah, I was just gonna say, to me, he's not their only problem.
Line.
He may be one of their bigger issues, yes, but he is not the only issue that they are having.
Man, you know what I seen, bruh? They said Bryce Young is a Cade Cunningham in the NFL.
I ain't gonna say it. I would be more so leaning towards who would be a Cade Cunningham in the NFL. Let me get back to you on that because that's not. I don't think that's true at all. The Cade Cunningham of the NFL is Justin Jefferson. That's the Cade Cunningham of the NFL.
Nah, you tweak, bro.
Justin Jefferson is always good, and his team is just always bad.
No, Justin Jefferson made the playoffs, bro.
Cade got
a good season.
Cade got the best at his position, though. One of the best at his position.
Okay. Well, I mean, who else can you use? There's not many Cade Cunninghams. There's not many great quarterbacks and stuff that's on horrible teams. What you gonna say? I
had to get back to you on that one.
I'm saying, what you gonna say? Trevor Lawrence? Like that? It ain't many.
It's Bryce Young, bro. Yeah. Somebody who had talent, number one pick, and they just come into a bad situation. The franchise is not building around them right, and they just gonna flame out, bro. Now, to be fair, it's a lot easier for Cade Cunningham because he's a basketball player. So it's a lot easier for him to be on a bad team. Like, they ain't gonna trade him. Somebody gonna take him. But if you're a quarterback, there's only 32, bruh. There's only 32.
Cade can single-handedly win a game. Bryce Young can't single-handedly win a game.
Football, you can't do that. So that's where the comparison kind of lacks a little bit. But I just feel bad for Bryce Young. You know what I'm saying? I don't think he's a problem, but he ain't the answer either.
And my thing is, I hate when people were saying, if you swap him and CJ, how would CJ do? CJ would be, I ain't gonna say just as bad, but it's gonna be bad because the Panthers are horrible.
It's a horrible situation.
Like, the Panthers are horrible.
No targets for it. Yeah.
But now, even looking back, because this team is still built how it's always been built. Now, I'm not trying to be a revisionist, but can we look on Cam Newton's time there and like, dang, this guy may have been way better than what we seen. We just saw him in Carolina behind, you know what I'm saying? For so many years.
And that was years ago, bro.
They still building it like that now, though, bro. They still trying to build defense first, and it ain't working. Because they got a top guy on their defense. They got J.C. Horn. So they still
J.C. Horn, bro. Defense first. They traded their best defensive player, bro, for scraps.
Yeah, I think they took their quarterback of the future too early. I ain't gonna lie. They had too many holes in their team before.
They got way too over aggressive with that trade, bro.
Mm-hmm.
But imagine the Panthers could have had Caleb Williams and still had DJ Moore. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
and they could have took an O lineman last year with that pick. What were they?
Joe Alt.
Nah, I'm talking about
last year. I was gonna say Joe Alt.
Last year. They traded like 9 and DJ Moore, ain't it?
Yeah. What did they draft early this year? Why didn't they draft a lineman?
Because they traded that pick. They had the number one pick. It was in the Caleb Williams trade. That's the Bears got it. But you look at the Panthers, man, next year, they definitely going to have a top pick because they got their own next year. So they're going to have a top pick in the draft.
Yeah. So. They better not trade this time.
I'm going to be honest. If they're at 1.
Travis Hunter.
I was going to say, it's Travis.
Travis Hunter, welcome to Carolina.
I feel like you got to go Travis. Because at least I think he plays primarily defense. And Cam Newton was talking about this earlier. You play primarily defense. And he gets some sets on offense or whatever you need him at the most, you put him. I mean, because they need him at both. Wherever you feel he's best at, you put him primarily here and just have sets for him on the other side.
Mm-hmm.
Because I don't think he's playing. He's not gonna play both ways in the pro.
Sneakily though,
I mean, not as many snaps as he doing.
I don't think he's gonna be a good corner in the leagues.
I don't think he's strong.
He's gonna be a good receiver though. I don't think he's gonna be a lockdown corner.
But I think putting him in certain positions and certain sets is gonna make all of the difference for him.
For sure.
He'd be a decent slot corner.
I do too. I think that if he's playing 50-something to 60 plays on offense, you can sneak him 20 of them in on defense.
Look, I know he's not gonna play as much as he's doing in college though. No.
Because someone brought up because Cam brought, like I said, I'm not trying to just make this a Cam Newton episode, but I just heard it. He brought up the fact that, okay, say he get to the pros and he goes somewhere like New England, who's gonna be bad. You see the Dolphins twice. You know for a fact you're gonna be the best player on their offense more than likely. So you're gonna see Jalen Ramsey on offense, and then on defense, you're gonna be one of their best defensive players.
Yeah,
So you're gonna see
Hill.
Tyreek Hill on the other
They
side.
get a barbecue, bruh.
That's what I'm saying. So I love it, but man, while we still here though, let's transition into the rookie report. Actually, I did have one more true or false. Do you think that Malik Willis can hold it together for the Packers?
Heck no.
I hope so.
I mean, I feel like y'all team around him is actually pretty solid though. I feel like that'll get y'all through some games. If he
they should have won that Eagles game, man. They blew that game.
I thought y'all had though. I ain't gonna lie.
And I liked Malik Willis coming out of college. I don't know what happened though. I liked him coming out of college.
I don't think he got a fair shake for real.
I don't either. I think they went back to Will Levis, and they had to commit to Will Levis.
I don't think Malik got that. Anyway. I don't think he got that IQ.
Yeah,
I think that's he got all the talent though.
I don't think he got that IQ. I mean, you even seen it when he got in the game, bro. Like, look here, bro. We down what? They was down what? Like 3? Hey, we need a Hail Mary. He gets in the game, bro. He takes a sack. Like, come on, bro. Like, it's just.
And we know he can get. And the thing is, the arm talent is there, and I feel like you said, Shern. We talk about this all the time. That's the difference. You can have all the arm talent in the world and be dumb as a box of rocks.
I ain't gonna call him dumb, right?
I'm not gonna call him dumb. But
he's just saying in general, though.
Like just in
general.
Think
football IQ, like he don't have that awareness or that IQ. Like this is what we need. This is how you read defense and stuff like that. Guys really struggle with that.
Yeah,
you look at the college game. Colleges will simplify the game.
College is so.
Oh yeah. You just got
college will change. College will change their whole program for you to make you great.
You throw here. You throw here.
I look at the perfect example of that. Perfect example of that was to me, Johnny Manziel was like the perfect example of that. Kevin Sumlin's entire offense was built around putting Johnny in the position to make those plays. And I think that's part of the reason why I feel like Johnny just wasn't so great at the next level, because their offense was literally built around him being able to make plays happen with his feet versus actually having to read defenses and stuff. And we talk about this all the other factors for sure. We talk about this all the time, but I look at when he beat Alabama.
Yeah,
he probably beat Alabama strictly off the strength of we ain't never seen you act like this before. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, we always see it where good teams play bad against bad teams because they're playing down to your level instead of staying where we're supposed to be. And we see that happen so much. And I think that's like one of the major differences in the NFL. Good teams aren't going to play down to your level. This is my livelihood. I'm going to come kick you in the teeth, and we're going to make it do what it do.
Hey, but real quick, though, so we talking about the Packers. I forgot to mention this, bro. Most impressive win. We got to talk about them Eagles, man. We got to talk about them Eagles. I feel like they should have lost that game, and they had that fortitude to come through at the end. Their defense looked pretty good, as we know, with the dogs that they got on that line. Saquon Barkley, bro,
looked amazing. AJ
Offensive Player of the Year.
Everybody to me but Jalen Hurts looked amazing in that game. Jalen Hurts looked bad early, but I think he turned it around late. But he looked bad early, and I'm gonna be honest. As being a Packers fan, I know we're not all the way where we're going to be yet. So, you can afford to play bad against us because we're not all the way where we want to be yet. But Eagles, you got to play the Cowboys. You got to play the 49ers. You know what I'm saying? Eagles, you got to play the Lions. You play that bad against the Lions, you're not coming back. I'm just being honest.
Yeah, I think they're going to be all right, though. I think first game of the season, I ain't going to take too much away. You in Brazil. You're not comfortable. The field's slippery, all that stuff. Jalen Hurts, to me, he's a rhythm-type quarterback. When he starts getting 3, 4, 5 completions in a row, that's when his touch is really good. But first couple of series, if he misconnects like he did, they had that pick and they had that fumble, I think that kind of threw him off his game a little bit. But you saw as the game progressed, he got a little bit more comfortable, was able to hit his receivers in stride, all that stuff. Listen, I ain't saying the Eagles going to make a Super Bowl, but they disappointed us last year. But remember, too, they started last year, 11-0?
Yep.
And then they fell apart. So,
no, they definitely
They still a decent squad over there for sure, man. Let's not write them off too early.
I'm not. Now, rookie report. Let's talk about some rookies that really impressed us, man. I really want to start here, Sherm. I was fangirling. Sherm, I'm a stickler on offensive line playing them boys down there in them trenches, man. Joe Alt confirmed why he was the first lineman off the board this week. We can all agree that Max Crosby is probably, if not a top 3, for sure a top 5 edge rusher in the NFL right now. Max Crosby looked like a child trying to go against Joe Alt. Joe Alt allowed no pressure, and he knew he wasn't double teaming. He wasn't getting the chip block help. None of that. He took that one-on-one assignment, and he physically manhandled Max Crosby around that field. Max Crosby tried to do everything. You could see a play, even when he was beat by Crosby. You could see that, and he didn't get called for a hold either. You could see where rather than trying to shoot back and grab, boom, I'm gonna hit you here, and I'm gonna move you around my quarterback. I think that, yes, maybe you wanted a receiver if you're the Chargers, but if Joe Alt is gonna play like this, you shouldn't have no complaints ever, because at least you know for a fact that against the best rushers in the league, he is going to at least be able to hold his own.
For sure.
Hey,
I
man.
knew when he pulled up with the. Hey, look, sir, I'm gonna let you talk, but I knew when he pulled up in the bootcut jeans and the sketches that he was gonna be that guy.
I knew it was coming.
The boot cuts. Hey, man, shout out to the Chargers. Bolt up, baby. We got that dub. Hey, you can't be 2-0 if you ain't 1-0. We working on 2-0 now. You know what I'm talking about? Bar. Shout out Jim Harbaugh. Who got it better than us? Nobody, man. Listen, I think the Chargers nailed their 2 draft picks with Alt and Ladd McConkey. Their offense, it looked kind of horrible. Let's be honest. Their offense looked horrible. I think in the first half they only had 1 first down, but they found a way to win. And the reason why was, number 1, Joe Alt, Rashawn Slater, that offensive line. They were able to put some blocks out there and run the ball. And then on the defensive side, listen, man, the Chargers, that type of game, they was choking that for the past 5 years on defense. The defense would always give up a last touchdown, but the defense came through at the end, had a clutch interception at the end. I think Jim Harbaugh got them boys playing, man. And Joe Alt, that's a big pickup, man, because you got Max Crosby twice a year, you got Chris Jones twice a year. But, hey, we finna make some noise. We finna win the division. We finna make the playoffs. We finna win that Super Bowl.
That boy started speaking real fast. Hey, slow down, cuz.
I'm gonna be honest though. Your defense, if they can play like this every week, it's gonna be a scary team. I don't care if you don't have the weapons. Justin Herbert is talented enough to win you games strictly off of being Justin Herbert.
Because that's a lot of people was complaining. Oh, Justin Herbert don't have that receiver. But Justin
if
Herbert,
he can get time to throw, he gonna make it happen.
That's what I'm saying. Justin Herbert is the type of player. Let me run the ball, run the ball, and when we need that third down conversion, Justin Herbert gonna find a way. You know what I'm saying? But if you always relying on Herbert to throw, and you can't block for him, and you don't have a defense, you ain't gonna go nowhere.
Yeah, exactly. But let's keep going. Rookies, talk to me, guys. How we feeling about these rookies? Caleb Williams played like boo-boo.
Yeah, I think he gonna get right though. I think he gonna get right.
I hope he get right for his sake.
I'm gonna be honest. I just think it was the nerves. First game, got to get that under the way. You feel me? I don't think any rookie quarterback right now played excellent, in my opinion. I feel like everybody was decent, but I don't think anybody was,
like great.
Yeah.
That fella over there in Washington didn't do too bad himself.
He did decent. He definitely did decent.
Yeah, I wouldn't say great though.
I mean, but he might have had the best performance out of the rookie QBs.
Hey,
that's true.
Yeah,
Bo Nix, bro.
Bo Nix played good at the end of the game.
I don't want to talk about Bo Nix.
Trash, bro.
He played good at the end of the game.
He played like trash. Hey, I'll tell you a rookie quarterback who did nice on Sunday, bro. Michael Penix Jr., man, the dude, the Falcons took the 8 picks. Man, you saw the way he was clapping, man, handing out Gatorades, man.
He averaged about 12,000 clapping, man.
Hey, shout out to Bijan,
the Olympics, bro.
Hey, he had the signals right on the sideline.
I saw
he had a do-rag on everything, boy. He was looking clean, bro.
I saw so many people hating on Bijan, saying he was gonna bust this year, and I don't know where they got that from. I'm just being honest.
I ain't gonna lie, that's just hating. I ain't gonna lie.
But hey, Justin Fields, Chicago should have kept him, man. That's all I'm gonna say.
I don't
Justin
know.
Fields did not give the game away.
I don't know, man.
That's all I'm saying. He
I gotta
didn't get the
see.
game away.
I gotta see how we do over there, in that situation with the Steelers.
He even put some pressure. He even put some pressure on him to stop the run because Najee Harris ain't never rushed for 80 yards before. He even put some pressure on him to stop the
like
run.
he ain't never cut before. I'm like,
I ain't never seen you act like this.
come on, man.
Real, man.
He trying to get his contract. Let me stop.
Ain't no contract for him to be had at all.
I don't know.
But man, I'm gonna be honest though. Joe Alt was my most impressive rookie.
Yeah.
I think
Especially
Brock Bowers looked pretty good too.
Oh yeah, I like Brock.
That was mine right there. Brock.
He gonna be one of them ones, bro, for sure.
Brock is gonna be a stud.
Well, he got it.
And the thing about Brock, he look like a vet, bro. Like I'm looking at him, not just physically, but just the way he was playing, bro. He looked like a vet.
Man, when I seen that hairline when he came to Auburn Stadium and got 3 straight one-handed catches on us,
you knew he about being.
I knew he was gonna be something.
Come on,
he
man.
pulled up, man. That boy got 3 straight one-handers.
I know we finna talk about college football, man, but we gotta have a conversation about Kirby Smart, man. The way he develops his players. I mean, UGA players now coming out. They some boys in the leagues. You know what I'm saying?
I'm still not sold on their entire defense though. Their whole defense is what's not selling me.
I think when Kirby Smart got there, they were able to start getting a lot of that homegrown talent, like from Georgia. Because before he got there, they was all going, not all of them, but a lot of them was going out of state. Now they staying right there, so they getting a lot of them ones.
I wish them boys could have got Ethan Nation to come over there to Georgia too, but I don't think he was ever going.
Man, but Georgia got a lot of athletes though, for sure. But Kirby Smart though, yeah, he's gonna be put in the conversation very soon that I feel like he deserves.
It's gonna be Saban. It's gonna be Kirby Smart in a couple of years when we talk about greatest coach. Waiting on it.
Shout out to Gene Chizik, man.
Who?
Yes, sir, Big G.
Shout out to Gene Chizik, man. But hey, man, well, while we here, man, let's go ahead and hop right into some overreactions. So since I'm overreacting, I'm going to go ahead and tell y'all right now, my biggest overreaction from this week is that, one, I think that the Saints may have a big shot at winning this division, especially when Derek Vehicle play as good as he did and Alvin Kamara act like it's 2016 again. That's going to be one of my biggest overreactions. And, man, the Patriots going to the Super Bowl.
Okay. Well, what are we even doing anymore?
Those are my two overreactions from week 1. In all seriousness, though, the Saints didn't look bad at all, but we got to put a grain of salt next to it because the Panthers are still the Panthers. And, you know, I was really impressed with Jacoby Brissett strictly from the fact that Jacoby might not have had to be amazing to win them that game, but he definitely could have lost them that game, if that makes sense.
No.
You don't have to be amazing. I think players like Jacoby Brissett, Tyrod Taylor, they show you that you don't have to be amazing to win your team games. You just have to not turn the ball over.
Hey, Tyrod was looking kind of good, though. I ain't gonna lie.
Hey, I'm about to say, bro, Tyrod look better than Aaron Rodgers, bro. I'm the Jets. Who? I'm the Jets.
I'm paying attention to that. Ain't gonna lie.
Tyrod is the definition of I never get the right opportunities. That's Tyrod Taylor. And if we being honest, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to the 49ers, but let's give a big stinker to Mr. Brandon Ayuk. You held out all that time for 5 targets and a drop touchdown. You should have been in training camp.
I do agree, should have been, but I do think he's gonna shake back though.
Hey, he got the bag, man. I ain't gonna say too much. He got the bag, and they got the win. He gonna be all right.
And for all of those guys, let's give a big moment of silence for all those guys who drafted Christian McCaffrey 1-1 in fantasy. How long is he out for? Is it? Did they say anything?
They already say you're gonna miss the second game too.
And shout out to Jake Moody because that's how I lost in fantasy this week. So shout out to Jake Moody.
I think the Niners playing the Vikings next, and that's my overreaction, bro. I think the Minnesota Vikings, are going to make the playoffs, bro. That's because I'm looking around at the NFC. I'm looking around at the NFC. All right, the Packers, they already looking shaky. Jordan Love not going to play. You know, some of them other teams, the Rams, they probably falling apart with all them injuries already. I'm looking at the Bears. They ain't look impressive. You know, Sam Darnold, he looked pretty good, you know, on Sunday. We gonna have a conversation about Minnesota.
Sam Darnold gets the most second and third chance I've ever seen.
He looked good though, and you were just talking about how Carolina can't build a system. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. The Jets shipped him off to Carolina, and he looked like dog water.
It's Carolina.
Yeah, but I ain't gonna lie though, man. When you putting the pressure like Aaron Jones did running that ball Sunday, I mean, it opens up a lot of things. And for you to have the best receiver in football too, it opens up a lot of things.
Good. They defense, you know, is coming together. So, I'm just saying, man, don't be surprised. Every year there's a surprise team. A team that we think gonna suck ends up in the playoffs. Last year was the Texans. Everybody thought the Texans were gonna suck. Next thing you know, they in the second round. So we're gonna see about the Vikings.
Yeah. Now let's hop into a college.
My overreaction. I think the Seahawks gonna make the playoffs. I want to slide it in.
I didn't think they were gonna be that bad anyway. I thought they were gonna come in second in their division, honestly. I don't think that's a crazy overreaction. I definitely thought they were gonna come in second in that division this year. Like they have a real bid at coming in second too, not just like some foolishness.
And commanding to the Super Bowl.
I like the Seahawks coach, you know, and when you look at the division, Arizona too, would have surprised me. I know they lost to the Bills on Sunday, but you know they actually look pretty good. Kyler Murray's healthy now, so
shout out to K1.
It wouldn't surprise me either if Arizona put a couple games together and was able to find themselves at least in the mix. You know what I'm saying? The NFC is kind of weaker than the AFC, so we can see a lot more surprise teams there.
Now, let's hop into a little bit of this new segment that Mr. Szn brought up for us. It's the College Corner, man. And let's start it off hot and heavy, man. Is Texas back?
Are we doing horns up or horns down? Let me know.
Oh, it's still horns down.
It's horns down, but I like Texas looking nice. Texas looking nice, man. I can't even be a hater. Texas is looking extremely nice.
I got to see Texas against some of these SEC teams first, bro. I ain't gonna lie.
But we can't say that because some of the SEC looking bad, man.
I mean, we know how the SEC is, though. You can look bad, and then come on now. We know how the SEC is, man.
I do want to see them get it. Like Michigan is a test, yes, but I do want to see them get that first interconference test. You on the road against, like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I mean, they beat Bama last year, isn't it?
Yeah, but wasn't that at home for them?
That was in Texas.
Yeah, it was in Texas. Yeah,
it was a neutral site game, but that's just like Georgia. This is like UGA. Atlanta's not a neutral site game.
Oh, come on, bro.
Hey, they playing Oklahoma, Texas, and Texas A&M this year. Those Texas
they play Georgia too. Oh, yeah, they playing at Texas A&M.
Oh, they got Georgia at home, but A&M on the road. Them gonna be some tough games. You know, that Georgia game gonna be pretty tough, man. But Texas look pretty good. You know,
we always had that one SEC team that's a little shocking too. I feel like let's keep an eye on that Kentucky game too, man.
Lost me.
Let's keep an eye on that Kentucky game, man.
Kentucky do this every year though. I ain't gonna lie.
You need to watch Vanderbilt, bro.
Oh, you lost me. I ain't gonna lie. Not we know.
Yeah, you lost me that one, brother.
But they always end up having some good players in the draft though. It's crazy.
And Quinn Ewers, man. Shout out to Quinn Ewers. I'm not even the hugest Quinn Ewers fan, but I definitely think they're, like always, I think they're in great hands with somebody like this. Go Cowboys, kind of crazy.
You got an honorable mention.
Talk to me.
Even though they lost, I didn't think Arkansas looked bad. I ain't gonna lie. Even though they lost, I didn't think they looked that bad.
Yeah, Oklahoma State is just good. Bad. You know what I'm saying? And it went to overtime.
No, it was a good game.
But
now, Arkansas got kind of hosed on that one, bro.
I didn't watch it, but I believe so. It was a double.
I think they called offsides, but the dude wasn't offsides.
Yeah.
And then they ended up getting a field goal to send it.
It changed it.
But Arkansas, I think Arkansas was supposed to win that game, bro. But you onto something, man.
They're not looking bad, man. And I'm an SEC guy. I gotta, get credit where it's due.
Yeah, but man, we gotta go over to Colorado, man.
Oh man,
I told people, man, y'all saw North Dakota State come in, run that pill all over them. They got then North Dakota State low key should have had some calls that like that one pass interference that they called because dude didn't look back when it was a clear underthrow. They got up there in Nebraska and Dylan Raiola in Nebraska hit them in that lip.
I think that game was a combination of things, though.
That was Dylan Raiola's coming out party, by the way, guys. He's gonna be a stud. Walmart Patty Mahomes gonna be a stud, right along with Dante Dow. Them boys gonna be nice. They gonna be some.
I'm so discouraged by Colorado, man, because it's the same stuff from last year. Ain't nothing changed. Same stuff, same problems, same issues.
It really is the same exact.
Nothing changed.
The same.
Nothing. Now, a question to you all: Is this finally a time where? Is it finally a time where Nebraska may be back for our generation? I haven't seen a. I've heard stories about how Nebraska was like that back in the day. Is this their time to kind of make that comeback?
I gotta see him play a little more.
I mean, Raiola's only a freshman too.
Yeah,
I need to see him against a tougher comp. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Especially with him being a freshman. Look, he a decent QB, but he a freshman. You know what I'm saying? So you go on the road
and
against some of them other Big Ten teams. We gonna find out real quick, but they got a good defense, and that's the most important thing when you talk about.
They keep a defense too, though.
Who?
They do.
I said they low key keep a defense too. Low key.
Yeah.
All right, man. Well, let's talk about it, man. Who are some early Heisman candidates?
Quinn Ewers, Carson Beck, Cam Ward. I think those three right now, they in the Heisman conversation. I don't know really about a fourth guy. Ain't nobody too much impressed me. What y'all think though?
I think definitely Quinn Ewers.
I was gonna say.
Oh, I'm tripping. The wide receiver of Arizona. I can't say his name to save my life. He a league, bro.
I'm still looking at somebody who I think can make a big shake going forward. I think Quinshon Judkins can make a shake going forward for sure. I do like Quinn Ewers, like off the rip though. Quinn Ewers has just been doing his thing. I'm a firm believer that I'm a Dylan Gabriel fan. I don't think he's gonna per se win the Heisman, but I am a Dylan Gabriel fan.
Hey, Oregon's been struggling, man. Those first two games, I think it's gonna get shaky for him, man. Being the Big Ten now, you know what I'm saying? You gotta play Washington, Michigan. I think they gotta play. I don't know. I ain't been encouraged by Oregon right now.
Not at all.
And somebody who I thought was gonna be better. I need to snatch his chain. I definitely thought Luther Burden was going to be way better than what he's been. I need to go snatch his chain.
That's another SEC team we was bugging, bro. Mizzou
up there. But I definitely thought Luther Burden was going to be better than what he was.
We don't see.
I think Missouri might find a way to sneak into the playoffs, low key. If you look at it, they always have a good record at the end of the year, bro.
See, that's why I like the 12 teams now, man. Because number one, a loss don't automatically eliminate you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, shout out to DJ Ugaluga.
And then number two,
don't shout out to him. Take that back. Take that back.
Go ahead.
We get to see a lot more teams in the mix, as opposed to the past. So the past, I feel like we was always Bama, Georgia, Clemson. You know what I'm saying? But now we get
a lot more parity.
Yeah, we see a lot more teams just in the conversation. So I would love to see a team like Mizzou, Ole Miss. Hey, USC. gonna be. I think USC gonna be tough this year too. So
USC didn't look bad. Gotta be honest.
Yeah.
So, well, before we get out of here, over under 5 SEC teams in the playoff. Over under.
Let's see. So I will be Georgia, Bama, Miss, Mizzou, Texas.
I ain't gonna lie, Fed. I ain't even finna play like
that. It gotta be under. It gotta be under. Because SEC champ,
I should have said 4.
SEC champ and the runner-up are going to be in. So that's 2 right there.
But what if a team like what if a team like an Ole Miss only loses to like freaking Alabama and
it's
maybe
gonna
You got three.
I'm
think
saying
you
it's
get
gonna
like
be
3 or
SEC
4.
teams that have a good year, a good record that don't make the West.
Mm-hmm.
They
At
gonna
least
have a
at
set
5.
of
I can't see it going over 5. I think it's cut off at 5.
I think you may get 4 in only
Yeah.
because the SEC teams, if they only lose to other SEC teams, then it's gonna look way better.
Right, but they gonna kind of cannibalize each other. You know what I'm saying?
Sort of, kind of, because certain teams don't play other teams this year.
Well,
I
Georgia
know
and
one
Bama
thing,
play
though.
each other, and then Georgia, Texas play each other.
It's gonna be full of Big Ten and SEC teams. Watch this.
Big
And,
10, then you got Big 12 teams too that gonna be in the mix. So it's just a lot of
Mhm.
teams that gonna be in the
And
mix.
then like LSU don't play Auburn this year, so it's just it's games like that where
Hey, we know for sure Auburn ain't finna be up there.
Hey, hold up now. That's what we not finna do.
that's time to
We
end
know,
it.
yo,
No,
Auburn.
that's what we not finna do.
Hey, I can't even lie, because FSU not even coming close. So I
DJ
take some
Oogaloogaloo, he gonna do.
I don't know why they thought that was the.
We thought he was gonna be the next
No.
Trevor.
Nah.
I knew that one. I knew.
But man, without further ado, man, we like to say thank everybody for showing up tonight and showing out, man. We back, baby. Cern, talk to me before we get out of here.
Hey man, I just want to give a quick shout out, quick RIP, man. James Earl Jones, Mufasa, Darth Vader, bro. Pair of respects, bro. Passed away the other day, man. So we hate to see it, bro, but it's just life, bro. So cherish the people around you for sure, man. Because you never know. That's the nature of life.
Yeah. Rico, talk to me.
I'm glad to have a. First, I'm glad to be here. You know, glad everybody here. You know, glad everybody breathing. You know what I'm saying? At the same time, I'm glad football season back for real though. Real talk. There's no one talk about how quick he be sneaking up on everybody. Like it really be back quick.
Basketball almost back too, man.
Yeah.
I feel like we ain't slandered the Falcons enough today.
I feel
man.
like we need to just go ahead
I
and
was
end this
waiting
while
on it,
really
man. I
get
was
the.
waiting on it.
Come on.
That somebody asked me. Somebody
Matter
else
of fact,
asked
I
about
do it
the-
myself. Matter of fact, you know what? Hold on, let me sit up.
The Falcons weren't supposed to be on my hit list. It was supposed to be one of y'all.
Let me start with the GM, the person that eat the contract. You know, let's go ahead and put him on the hot seat. Then on top of that, Kurt look like he said hurt. I'm gonna be honest. He look like he not
36 coming off of ACL. Why did y'all pay him that much money?
Him and Aaron Rodgers did not look good, bro.
They are both like 50.
Aaron Rodgers had that one competent drive, and after that, it was down the drain. Ooh, this little high. But yeah, the Falcons.
But to be fair, they was going up against the Niners defense and the Steelers defense. All right, that's not exactly, you know, you got TJ Watt and you got Wilson and Fred Warner. You know, so
Yeah.
Jado, talk to me before we get out of here, man.
Hey, man. 2 words for you, man. Bear down.
All right, let's go ahead and cut that off now. Hey, man, I'm your host, man. Y'all, man, I don't know what to say, man. But, man, thank y'all for showing up. Y'all have a good one, and we'll be back with y'all next week, man. It's the Lounge, baby. Peace.
peace and love, baby.